He was convicted and sent to prison for a crime he did not commit. And after 18 years behind bars, Robert McClendon was cleared by DNA and released. And tonight he celebrates 5 years of freedom. 10 TV's Glenn McIntyre spoke to McClendon about his life today.
Jerry, it was 5 years ago this week that Robert McClendon walked out of the Franklin County Jail. Tonight he looked back on his remarkable, regrettable journey. After walking out of the Franklin County Jail 5 years ago, Robert McClendon told a reporter the first thing he wanted to do was get some pizza and wings from Donato's. So it was fitting that tonight, to celebrate the anniversary of his release, McClendon, his family, and friends ate pizza and wings at Donato's.
Hey, Derek, how you doing, man?
Surrounded by his loved ones and supporters, even Franklin County Prosecutor Ron O'Brien, McClendon expressed his gratitude.
When I woke up this morning, I got on my knees and I said a prayer, and I wanted to thank God for 5 years of wonderful freedom.
He had 18 years stolen from him by a justice system that this time got it horribly wrong. He remembers the missed milestones, children's birthdays, parents' funerals.
I lost my father, I lost my mother, I lost my grandmother, I lost my grandfather, and I lost 3 uncles, all during an incarceration. Don't get to go to no funerals when you're doing a life sentence.
Investigations by the Columbus Dispatch and the Ohio Innocence Project led to DNA evidence that proved he didn't commit the rape he'd been convicted of. He says it was 3 days after his release, after waking in the middle of the night, that it became real for him.
And I walked outside, something that we don't get to do when we're in prison. And I went out into the grass, just barefoot, another thing you don't get to do in prison. And I looked up at the stars and the skies and the trees and everything. And I just walked around in a small circle, and I looked up and tears started going down my face. And that's when I really realized that I was home.
5 years later, freedom feels not so foreign, but he knows there are others like him.
People are still wrongfully accused. There are people in prison that should not be there, and we need to do everything that we can to prevent that from happening, or to get people out of prison that are in there that don't belong in there.
McClendon got a $1.1 million settlement from the state and another $200,000 from the city. Also at his celebration tonight was Joseph Fears, who was freed from prison 7 months after McClendon. He was also cleared of a rape charge by DNA. Glenn McIntyre, 10 TV News.